Former Hamilton County Reserve Deputy and EMT Justin Whaley will appear in court next month for a bond hearing. Whaley was scheduled for a bond hearing this morning. Well, the state attorney is going to appeal the judge's ruling that granted him a new trial. Whaley was originally sentenced to 9 years for causing the crash that killed James Brumlow in 2018. Two of the charges Whaley was convicted of were drunk driving and driving the wrong way. He remains in the Hamilton County Jail and Detention Center. Well, today we're getting details on the lawsuit filed by two fired Soddy-Daisy police officers against the city and other city officials. Jake Elrod and Eric Jenkins went to the district attorney's office after trying to bring evidence of an internal investigation forward through Soddy-Daisy's chain of command.
Sergeant Jeremy Wright testified to smelling alcohol on Whaley and was responsible for obtaining a search warrant for Whaley's blood. No information about Wright's investigations or his untruthfulness were disclosed to the state or defense. Here's Grayson Gordon with an update.
David, Cindy, this has been going on for months now. There's a lot to unpack here in that 34-page lawsuit, but we also have to break down the timeline of what has happened in order to do that. Former Soddy-Daisy officers Lieutenant Jake Elrod and Captain Eric Jenkins were put on paid leave less than 48 hours after being subpoenaed to testify to the internal investigation into Sergeant Jeremy Wright in front of criminal court judge Boyd Patterson. They remained on leave until they were fired on July 31st. Attorney Janie Varnell is representing the two men. The 30-plus page lawsuit says their freedom of speech rights were violated, alongside the department violating Tennessee state law. This includes the Public Protection Act that prohibits employers from terminating employees for refusing to participate in or remain silent about illegal activities and informing the DA's office about the investigation and testifying. The internal investigation ended in an unfounded complaint because the description from the victim did not match the image Wright provided Elrod, and neither victims will provide a formal statement to what happened. But Varnell says there should be records of this in Wright's personnel file. Varnell says her first goal is making sure the two men are taken care of, then address the issues inside the Soddy-Daisy Police Department.
Despite being threatened and despite, their jobs and their livelihoods being threatened, still being called to do the right thing, this is what you hope that they would do.
The lawsuit asks for a permanent injunction ordering Soddy-Daisy to keep adequate records of internal investigations. City Manager Burton Johnson says, quote, "We believe their termination was justified and expect to defend the lawsuit aggressively." The defendants have 21 days to respond to the lawsuit after they are served. We have filed requests for any documents related to the investigation into Wright. We'll bring you updates as we have them. Back to you, David.